Hello and welcome. I'm Bonnie Bruder, and you're watching Ask BonBon TV, conversations that matter most, where we bring you the tools and the people to help you design a life you love. Tonight we are talking about one of my all-time favorite topics, and that is health. As you know, I'm a goals coach, and when I work with clients, I have them set goals in the category of health, relationship, finance, and time management. And when we start the process, people always ask why we start with health first. And the reason for that is if you don't have your health, you'll give any amount of money, of time, or energy to get back your health. And so something that I absolutely love, and I'm super excited to introduce you to tonight's guest for many reasons. But let me just first tell you a little bit about this sport and about this person, and then I'll bring her on and she can tell you more for herself. So kickboxing is one of my new passions, and I have this new passion because, you know, a few years ago I had no idea what it was, and I did an event at Muhammad Ali's house. I was very lucky. I got to host a networking event in his living room and meet him, and so I started to get a little bit fascinated about his story and about boxing. And coming from being a triathlete and then a yogi, it was something that was completely new and completely foreign and different. And so, as you know, I love learning and I love teaching. And so I started to learn as much as I possibly could about the sport. And in New York, you can walk down the streets and you'll see these posters of these beautiful chiseled women, which is another goal that I have always had but never necessarily achieved. And so one day I decided to just pop in. I thought this is too many signs, and check out kickboxing. And let me tell you, it kicked my butt. But also, I'm so glad I did, because it's something that not only makes you a better person fitness-wise, but it definitely makes you better overall. And personal development is what we're all about. So tonight I want to introduce you to one of my very favorite trainers, Amanda. And she's going to tell you just a little bit about who she is, why she is so passionate about the sport of kickboxing, and we'll be able to ask a couple of questions so that you can see if this is something that you would like to check out for yourself. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
Thank you, Bonnie, and thank you for having me. This is really exciting.
Fantastic. So tell people just a little bit about your background, what got you into this crazy sport, and a little bit about what kickboxing is.
Definitely. So my background is teaching group fitness. I have a certification to teach group fitness, and I started actually as a spin instructor. And I was really into spin, and I would teach at a couple different boutique gyms around the city. And I also became a personal trainer, so I'm very into fitness and health and helping people through that. And I had one job I had at the New York Sports Club, actually. I was teaching a muscle conditioning class, and the class right after mine was a boxing class. And it was led by this man who was an ex-Marine. And he taught this boxing class, and I was always so fascinated, and it looked so badass, and it looked really, really cool. And he actually needed a substitute one day, and I didn't know anything, so I decided to, you know, he would train me, and I taught some classes, and I had a great time, and I, from there, like, watched a lot of videos, and I got really interested in boxing. And then I actually applied for a job at a kickboxing gym, and I got hired. They trained me, and now I'm the manager of I Love Kickboxing, and I get to teach classes and teach my staff to teach classes, and it's an awesome community. So that's a little bit about my story and how I got into kickboxing.
Fabulous. So one of the things that I love that they talk about a lot in kickboxing, again, is that it doesn't just make you a better athlete, it makes you a better person. And I have a saying that I talk about with all of my clients. I don't even know whose quote it is, but I always say that the way you do one thing is the way that you do everything. And so I think kickboxing is such a great opportunity for people to really push themselves to, you know, do something. Anyone can go to the gym and get on the Stairmaster for 20 minutes or 30 minutes and, you know, just call it a day. And that's great if that's your thing and that's what you do. Perfect. However, kickboxing really gives you this opportunity to push yourself further, to really achieve your goals. And, you know, every day you can become a little bit more and more skilled at a certain technique. And so one of the things that I love about Amanda when I heard her say this, and it was kind of one of those things that hits you over the head and you think, oh my gosh, of course. But, you know, to me, kickboxing is something that I would do in the mornings. I would pop in for 1 hour. But one day, it was at the end of the day, and there was a class, maybe it was a 5:30 or a 6:30 class, and she was just yelling at us and pushing at us and telling us, you know, you're running for the subway, it's New York, you're fighting for your life, and you have the notion that you just want to give up. And I remember she looked at a couple of people and just started yelling, and she said, I don't come to your office and quit on you, so don't do it to me. And it just made me laugh, and I just started thinking about, you know, the fact that this is a job and this is a career, and that you've made a choice to do something that really betters people's lives and betters their health, and, you know, that travels into all areas of their life. So what really drives you to be so passionate about making a difference in people's lives?
Well, it's like you said, I mean, without your health, you know, it's hard to, you know, give, you know, love or give, you know, something, or be the full person you can be the best person you can be. And I think in the kickboxing class, you know, it does take a little bit of discipline. So, I mean, a lot of discipline, actually. So to be able to, you know, keep up with the workout and push yourself and learn your strengths and weaknesses and work on it in the next class. And to me, like, helping people discover that within themselves is really rewarding. So that's what I love about, you know, teaching the classes, and it's really wonderful to see people change their bodies, but also I think people get more confident. And maybe it's because they have more energy, or maybe it's because they got to relieve stress. But it definitely gives people confidence, and it changes the way they hold themselves. Maybe they have more endurance or more energy throughout the day. So, you know, every aspect of their lives can get better from just this workout.
That's a really great point. One of my favorite topics when I give speeches is change your mind, change your life. And I think the same applies to your body. You know, it's change your body, change your life. And again, it seems like one of those little things that's so obvious, but it's something that we don't necessarily all push ourselves to do. So if somebody is interested in maybe, you know, trying out kickboxing or something else in general, maybe they're not where they want to be physically, what is the one thing that you would inspire people to do? You know, if they just need to get started and get that momentum going, what's the one tip that you would give to our viewers?
Well, here's my first tip. This is the one that came to mind, and it's get a buddy. Get a buddy to work out with you. A buddy system is great. It helps you stay motivated. You can motivate each other. You know, the day when you're like, oh, I don't really want to go work out, your friend's going to be like, come on, let's go, and vice versa. So it can be really helpful to have someone with you to reach those fitness goals. But the other thing is, I mean, kind of go with your gut. If you're ready to start a workout program, go for it. And don't let anything stop you, because you deserve it. You deserve the best for yourself. So go all in and don't be afraid. You know, it's like I said, you deserve that. So there's 2 ideas, 2 tips.
A 2 for 1. We love that. We love extra bonuses. Yeah, it's really true. You know, we have something that we're both involved with called the 45-day challenge. And for me personally, it has a different meaning. For me, it's 100% about accountability. Since I started doing kickboxing probably, gosh, maybe 8 or 9 months ago, every single week I do my goals. I say I'm going to go 3 times a week. I never do. I go 1, possibly 2 on a good week. But it's something that I'm constantly thinking about. And the reason, I mean, I've gone in blizzards. I've gone in 95-degree temperatures. So I know I can get there. But for me, it's all about accountability. You know, if I don't have someone holding me accountable or something that I've committed to, I will find every reason in the world. I'll let Ginger, my little pooch, talk me into not going. I mean, any reason I can find for not going, I will. And I'm a pretty motivated person, so that's, you know, that tells you a little bit about how probably others think as well. But for me, joining this 45-day challenge just made me kind of put my hand up and say, listen, I want someone to keep an eye on me and to notice that I said that this is what I'm going to do. So can you tell our viewers just a little bit more about the 45-day challenge, some of the, you know, excitement around it, and your thoughts on sticking through it?
Definitely. So the 45-day challenge is actually started last week. It's our second annual contest, and it's a way to stay motivated and stay consistent in your workout. So for 45 days, the challenge is to work out at least twice a week, but we recommend three. 3 classes a week for 45 days to transform your body to your dream body. And it is a national contest, so any member of any I Love Kickboxing around the country can participate, and the winner actually can win $5,000. So that's a big incentive for people to try it. And even if they don't win, I think it's a really great chance for people to stick to something and keep track of their progress throughout the 45 days. And I think the most important thing is consistency. And like you said, staying accountable. So we offer a couple of Facebook groups where people who are participating in the contest can communicate with each other, post motivational things, talk about their struggles, talk about maybe different things to eat when they get bored of whatever they're doing on their diet. And it's a really great community builder and a way for everyone, including the members and the instructors, to keep everyone accountable.
Yes, and it's lots of fun. There's nothing better than telling all of your neighbors that you're doing a 45-day challenge and having them tease you every single day. When they ask you, hey, want to go to happy hour? I'm like, you guys, come on. I'm doing this 45-day challenge. It becomes I'm a big sister. I have 3 little brothers, so for me that's like actually extra motivation because I have the will to just, now I'm going to push even harder and I'm going to go 5 days if you're going to keep asking. So anyway, it is a great thing. I'm all about accountability. As you know, coaching is really that. It's about having somebody hold your hand to lead you, to guide you, and then to kick your ass when you're not doing what it is you said you were going to do. So where can people, if they're interested in learning about this challenge or possibly even just kickboxing in general or just some great fitness tips, where can they learn more about I Love Kickboxing?
Definitely. So ilovekickboxing.com is a website where you can look up a location near you, but also we offer our own ilovekickboxing.com blog, and we have people posting meal options, recipes, kind of inspirational stories. So that's a great way to read up on kickboxing. And if you search I Love Kickboxing in YouTube, we actually have some videos so you can check out different workouts that we do. You can see some clips of classes, and you can also check us out on Facebook. We love Facebook. We think it's amazing. So it is great to keep a community going and people to kind of comment on each other's things and stay in the loop. So you can also find us on Facebook. So there's another way you can check us out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And so I want to declare I'm not doing the challenge to win the $5,000, although that would be nice, but
you never know.
Well, my purpose is a little bit different. I'm a pain motivator, so in all personal development and human behavior, I know that people do what they do either to avoid pain or to gain pleasure. And unfortunately, I know myself, and I'll do a little bit more to avoid pain. So my declaration, and I'm going to say it again here, I've told the neighbors, but is that if I don't do an average of 3 classes per week, and hopefully more, but an average of 3 classes per week over the 45 days, then I am going to be required to lead a Google Hangout in my bikini. So that is...
Wow, that's great. I will see you in class tomorrow then.
That is not only terrifying for me, also for you, especially in the middle of a New York winter when I have not been going to my kickboxing class. So I feel like that's the proper motivation to get me to do what I need to do. But the question we have for you and the real conversations that matter the most, as you know, happen over at the BonBon-RIght.com blog. So I want to invite you over there, from here, from here to there. And I want you to comment, and I want you to talk about either your experience, your desire to try kickboxing, or something that you want to be accountable for. I just stood up and shouted my accountability. So we want to hear from you. So again, join us at BonnieandBruder.com. Comment on this video, share it with everyone that you know, and please check out kickboxing. If you can come to I Love Kickboxing, it's a ton of fun. Amanda's just one of the amazing trainers there, but you'll meet the rest of them, and they will literally kick your booty as you get it into shape. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. You've been watching Ask BonBon, where we give you the tools and the people to design a life you love. I hope that you'll join us over on the blog, and if you're not already on our mailing list, please join there. We have some secret special tips, maybe about kickboxing, you never know, that we only share with our viewers that are on our list. So go out, design a life you love. Bye for now.